Production.
What is poppin', squad? So we're gonna go over a bunch of crypto related stocks here. I've been covering these for pretty much like a year and a half, 2 years now. We've been through the bull market, we've been through the bear market, and I just think it's a real interesting time right now to be paying attention to a lot of these crypto related stocks, these mining stocks, because they happen to really correlate to the boom bust cycles of Bitcoin. And we're starting to see big rallies in Bitcoin. So we're going to get right into this, right? We're going to start off with Wndr Technologies. This is an exchange and one of the first regulated exchanges in Canada to try and basically grow in the space. From what I see here, we've had this major trend line holding us back for quite some time, right? So we're looking back at February 2022 when prices were at $1.25, and we've continued this downtrend, right? So of course we've been downtrending since the euphoric stage or the top back in November 2021, right? So it's 2023 now, and it looks like we've finally changed the characteristics of this stock. What do I mean by that? Well, instead of making a downtrend where we've been going high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That's what's been happening in the past few years. We're now seeing a major change. The first higher high that's been made pretty much since 2021. So that's pretty significant, right? And we have massive volume coming in. So what we're looking for now is this area where we create a higher low. Now it's going to take some time, right? We had this massive gap down on the chart. We're going to zoom into the daily time frame here. We see this gap down, right? This was from a acquisition, a $5 million acquisition from some company, I believe, and they gathered a bunch of shares at 22 cents. They also have warrants, which is another name or word for options. They have those at, I believe, around 47 cents. So I find it interesting. Why would a company invest around these levels and have warrants at that price if they're not expecting levels to go a lot higher? All we need to see now is this area all the shares in this area need to get eaten up. So it's going to take some time. As you can see, we're trying to break down here, but as the wicks and the different candlestick patterns that are showing, right? We have hammers, morning stars, dojis. They're trying to break it down, but it's not working. Somebody's gathering shares here. Something I find interesting, we zoom into the hourly time frame. Look at all this accumulation volume happening, these little patterns here in the past little while. Like, you look at the volume here, and every time we try to break down, there's significant amounts of volume being added into the stock. This is something I think is very interesting on Wndr, and something you don't sleep on it. Like, none of these names should be slept on, but this is a sleeper, I think, out of all of the crypto miners and crypto related stocks. Next, we have Glxy. Now this one's the boy, right? This one's been the baby boy for years. Falling wedge pattern, okay? Large accumulation pattern happening at the lows, and we've been getting tighter and tighter the past few weeks and months, right? May 2022, we have a major gap down in the stock around $13 and another gap left behind at $9.85. They have a major acquisition, right? Glxy has made a major acquisition in the past few months. I forget the name of the company. It's slipping my mind right now, but there was a major acquisition. We hold $2 billion in assets. We hold around 40,000 Bitcoin, right? So that is insane. Highly recommend, by the way, if you're looking into Twitter, follow me on Twitter. And the Glxy community on Twitter is crazy. Shout out to all the Glxy fucking boys on Twitter. Y'all are beauties. But look at this, what we have here. Glxy Digital holding approximately 40,000 BTC. That is nuts. That makes us top 5, I believe. So do not sleep on Glxy, man. Look at all this volume coming in. We held this area of 446 as support when it was our previous resistance. Massive bounce off that levels with increased volume coming in. We look at the weekly time frame and we have a bullish engulfing that covers 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks at the bottom of this range, hinting to us that we're going to blast up over potentially in the coming weeks. All we need to see now is the golden cross of the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA. So that's what I'm looking for on Glxy. Hive, come on, man. Come on. Hive looking great here. Another blockchain technologies company. So we off the lows, a lot of these names, right? Similar things are happening where they make higher highs and we're looking for a higher low. So the trends and the characteristic of these trends are changing in a lot of these stocks. Large volume coming in. We see the volume decreasing as we digest very large moves to the upside from the bottom. Right? We come up around 195%, and now we're taking the time to develop a base before we get that leg higher. So pay attention to this on a lot of these names, okay? Like, do not sleep here on Hive, Glxy, any of these names. We have Defi. This one's a little bit more interesting. It's a little bit weaker in my opinion, whereas back in 2021, this one I made bank off of this. But I think it's time to kind of let this one fizzle out. There's a lot stronger names. The Huts, the Hives, the Glxys, the Wndrs, in my opinion, have a lot more potential. They're a lot more talked about. But DeFi, keep it on the watch list. I'm looking for a major trend change here. We need to see the golden cross, right? The 8 EMA crossing above the 21 on the weekly time frame will give me a lot more conviction when it comes to trend trading this stock. Hut. Now, this is another baby boy, right? Hut 8 mining, man. I'm telling you, inverse head and shoulders pattern being created in real time on the daily time frame, right? 3-day time frame, 3-day time frame as well. We've got the golden cross on the 3-day. We need to hold that 21 EMA and the 8 EMA and let this right shoulder develop before we break down this 332 resistance level. Once we do, right, there's probably not too much. Let's check the volume profile here. But after we finish gathering all the shares in this area, we don't have much volume or much shares. Like, it's going to fly up, if you see what I'm saying. The resistance in this level is a lot lower than the resistance at this $34 range, and that's what we're looking at on the volume profile. So once we break those levels, expect the price to increase drastically up into this $6 range. So that's potentially a double or triple play right here, right? Don't sleep. These names are pumping. We have Mara here. I like Mara, the looks of it, because this major trend line has been holding us back. Large volume coming into the stock. I like to highlight the euphoria and fear on the charts because, in my opinion, what that is signaling to us is the market sentiment. And I'm big on paying attention to market sentiment. I like to think of myself when it comes to like trading and investing as a contrarian. I don't want to be on the side of everyone when everyone's all hype about it. I want to be on my own side when people are like, nah, the markets are scary, we don't want to invest. Right now, it looks like a great time to be paying attention to this name. Large volume coming in. We're starting to break above this upper trend line. The bullish cross is coming in, and things are looking nice. We're starting to create that higher low, right? We have the low. We don't have a higher low in comparison to these previous highs, but we've created a higher low, and we're looking for that move to the upside. I'd be looking for that 1250 range, like right around here. There's going to be resistance right around here. So that's what I'd expect to see in the coming weeks and months on Mara. We have Coin. So this is Coinbase. First higher high in a while. Falling wedge pattern. Inverse head and shoulders potentially being created. A lot of these names are shaping up very similarly. Do not sleep on these. Coinbase, right? This one's a big mover. It's probably one of the largest exchanges out there. Already has some regulatory backing in the States. Don't be silly now. Arca Investments investing big time in Coinbase. Like, don't sleep on these names, man. Start paying attention now. Be a contrarian. Pay attention. Use technical analysis to come up with your own thoughts and think for yourself, right? We have coins. This is tokens.com. 2-day time frame. Let's zoom into the 3-day, right? It's starting to shape up nice. Major trend change in the stock. We have a large push to the upside. And now we're taking our time to gather that move because we're at the bottom. We go up 250%, and now we need to take our time to gather and rebase, basically digest that very large move. We have a golden cross here on the 3-day time frame, 8 EMA crossing over the 20, and we're starting to shape up some patterns here, potential morning star pattern. Something I really like to see on this as well. The volume just dying right off as we're digesting this move to the upside. So this is starting to look a lot more attractive to me, in my opinion, compared to the last few weeks. I think a move back up to this 37-cent resistance is likely. That's a 50% move coming up if we decide, if the stock decides to continue pumping. We have Bitfarms here, very similar looking, right? This resistance right around one. Oh, this looks gorgeous. This looks gorgeous. Very strong move, holding its gains here, right? We off the lows, we rip up 200%, and now we're holding these levels, holding the 8 EMA and the 21 EMA on the 3-day time frame, weekly time frame, bullish engulfing that covered the past 1 week. It's looking good, man. Bitfarms is another big miner. Don't sleep. This next resistance here, is we're looking at around $2.60 for the next major resistance. We could be more generous and pull it down to around $1.30 to $2.30 to $2.50. It's looking good. I like the looks of Bitfarms as well. SI, now this one had a lot to deal with FTX. Massive falling wedge here, right? You look at the weekly time frame, and this is a massive falling wedge. There is large volume coming in, so there very well could be a potential move coming in, especially this one's a volatile name, right? This one's going to, just to even get back to its mean, which is right here, is around 300% trade. I'd be looking at this resistance because it was support here, a little bit of support over here, right? I'd be looking for it to get back to that level if we do start to see any inflows of money coming into the stock. It looks like some big volume has been coming in. When we look at the daily time frame, we're starting to look and hold that 8 and 21. We still need to see this move to the upside. There's a lot of shorts on this name too, right? The percentage of people trying to short is significantly high on SI, which could cause a short squeeze, meaning when we get a move, it's going to be a large one to the upside. So be patient here, follow BTC, and this one should also potentially be rewarding as well. We have Clean Spark, looks very similar to SI. This one's down bad as well. A lot of these are down bad, but the risk to reward's more intriguing down here, especially with the market sentiment and BTC being pumping in the past little while, right? We have a hold. This one is Immutable Holdings. This is a low-key name. I love this launchpad base that's being developed here. Again, 33-cent resistance. It's fighting it, right? We keep getting rejected from that range. Eventually, all the shares in this range are going to get eat up. When that happens, the next zone is 57, 51, 74 cents, right? So like we break up from here, that's like a 80, 70% move. These names aren't worth sleeping on. Add them to your watch list. Subscribe on my YouTube. I'll be posting updates on a lot of these very frequently. If you're not already following me on Twitter, follow me on Twitter. We post a lot on there covering many different altcoins, crypto-related stocks, and other stocks. Plus, the community is building. I'm loving to see the community on Twitter, especially around Glxy. The hype is here. I could feel it. The ones who have been paying attention the past few months, weeks, years of this bear market, it's getting exciting. So I'm starting to feel the rumble in that community, and it's given me a lot of excitement. I love the support. So that's the breakdown, guys. Peace.